So first, who is this primary opponent that could end the Indiana Senators' 36-year run? Who are we talking about here? And what did the poll show going into today?
Well, this is the state treasurer. He's actually very popular in the state. Won re-election by about 25 points in 2010. The polls show him up about by 10 points.
Okay. Okay. Now, Murdoch is backed by the Tea Party, correct?
That's right.
What's the problem with Lugar? Is he too moderate?
Well, that's probably the Tea Party's biggest problem. But the latest attacks that have been mounted against him from by the Club for Growth and some other conservative groups is that, well, he's just been there for too long. He's been there for 35 years. It's time for him to get, it's time.
Yeah. Actually, we have one of those ads. Let's play it.
What's happened to Dick Lugar? He was a respected national leader, a statesman. Then he became part of the problem, joining the liberals in voting for record debt, bailouts, and tax hikes. Now he's clinging to power, throwing mud at conservative Richard Murdoch with ads that have been called misleading, weak, and desperate. Dick Lugar, 35 years in Washington, is enough. Club for Growth Action is responsible for the content.
So I know you've been following this race, Allysia, and you're saying early on the Murdoch folks and the outside groups were going after Lugar's conservatism and whether he was conservative enough. But as the campaign has gone on, they've sort of moved kind of sort of toward his longevity in office, which might be a way of getting at this is an old man who, we need fresh blood in the Senate from Indiana. I
mean, that's exactly what they're saying, is that they need fresh blood. And I think partly because there are other attacks on him, that he's too moderate, he's Obama's favorite senator, that he's too willing to compromise. They are not resonating with the wider Indiana public and the electorate, because Hoosiers want someone who's more moderate, someone who's willing to cross the aisle.
Okay. So, last question, we have about a minute left. Do Democrats have a candidate yet? And if Lugar is not the Republican nominee, is this Senate seat in play?
Democrats do have a candidate, Joe Donnelly. He was actually redistricted out of his old congressional seat. It's very doubtful that Democrats will be able to pick up the seat. It will be more competitive, but given how red Indiana has been leaning in recent years, it's unlikely to happen.